Explosive, resilient, unstoppable. But how did a teenager once facing an attempted murder charge rise to become one of hip-hop's most influential and controversial voices? From lighting up Baton Rouge with breakout mixtapes like Mind of a Menace to landing national hits like Untouchable in 2017, his journey has been anything but typical. I mean, what does it take, not just to survive, but to thrive in a world that seems to be set against you? Impoverished neighborhoods, crime-ridden inner cities. Nothing was sweet coming up on the north side of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. NBA YoungBoy has become the voice of reason for today's youth, making it acceptable for many young men to embrace their emotions, joining a handful of legends such as Lil Wayne and Tupac to have his album top go #1 while being incarcerated. But honestly, how many people can say that they broke records and beat the odds while fighting for their freedom? Over the last 1,826 days, fans have waited and watched NBA YoungBoy overcome being blackballed, legal issues, federal charges, and relentless pressure. YoungBoy's story started in the heart of the north side of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, in the neighborhood of 38th and Chapua Street, better known to locals as 3860. Now, growing up on the block with Ben 10, OG3, and how can we forget D-Dog, NBA YoungBoy, born Kentrell Deshaun Golden, was the middle child of 3 children born to his mother, Sharonda. But just like many young children in Baton Rouge, his upbringing was shaped by the absence of his father, who was sentenced to 55 years in prison for an armed robbery, which left his grandmother Alice Golden to raise him. Now, Alice wasn't just YoungBoy's caretaker, she was a one steady force of love and stability in YoungBoy's chaotic world.
I always stay with my grandma, like my grandma took care of me. My grandma gave me anything I want.
So you was kind of spoiled by your grandma, you would say?
Yeah, my grandma made me feel love. And when she died, I ain't never felt that feeling again. Only time I ever feel love is when I walk on stage.
Even with that guidance, the struggles came early. Just 4 years old, YoungBoy suffered a terrific accident when he broke his neck while wrestling. Now to heal, doctors forced him to wear a halo brace screwed inside of his head, which left behind 3 permanent dents on his forehead. Something that his ops would try to clown him for, as it became a part of his branding of growing up thugging. Those scars, although it was viewed as something of weakness, symbolized the pain and the burden of his upbringing and the battles that YoungBoy would face before he was old enough to fully understand them. YoungBoy would face a lot of tragedy in his life, but tragedy would strike in 2010 with the death of his grandmother. Now, losing Alice ripped away his only real sense of safety, something that he would later reflect on his viral song, Lonely Child, talking about his rough upbringing in BR. It was in that lonely environment that music first emerged as his escape, as a shield against the world, and honestly becoming the only way for him to process the chaos closing in around him.